See friends, now today we are going to take one different method to solve the simultaneous equations. As you know, we discussed about that graph previous class. Okay, now today we are going to take a different method, that is what? Determinant, or you may say a Cramer's rule. But before that one, first of all we have to know how to find the value of given determinant. What is this determinant? See here. Look friends, suppose A, B, C, D, these are the four elements which contain in this kind of matter. Okay, so this one is called as determinant, and we can find the value of this determinant. How we can find? This is one particular procedure. So first of all, we have to multiply these two terms always, that is A into D. After that, we have to multiply this one, that is B into C. So in between this, there is a minus sign. This is the rule. That is very, very important. Every time, suppose if you make like this one, first of all B into C, then A into D, this is absolutely wrong in this particular procedure. So students, remember, this is very, very important to make this is the procedure of this. Whenever you are going to solve, the value of this particular determinant is always by this is the procedure. Okay, don't do any by mistake also you are not going to do this one. This is absolutely wrong. So just follow this rule. Okay friends, now here this is one very important procedure. Suppose here it is A, B, C, D. This is one determinant. So in this one there are two rows and two columns. Okay friends, so because of that reason, two rows and two columns, so this determinant has 2 by 2 order or degree. Degree is what? 2 by 2. That means the degree of this particular determinant is, we can say, is 2. So just remember, sometimes in MCQs type questions, they can ask what is the degree of this determinant. That is A, B, C, D, two rows and two columns. At that time, we can write the degree of that determinant is 2. Understand friends? So again, now sometimes this will happen by solving the examples. In that particular part is what? Suppose sometimes it's maybe 5.2, like this decimal point examples are there. So 0.1, here it is 3, this is 1 upon 2. At that time also we are not going to make any kind of mistake. The procedure is procedure. Just follow this one. How we can find? This is what? 5.2 into half minus 0.1 into 3. Just do it here. You can divide this 5.2 by 2. So how much? Here it is 2.6 minus, that is 0.3. Understand? So here it is 2.3. This is the solution. Like this we can make. Sometimes only fractions also be there. So this is very, very important. So we are going to solve some example. Okay friends, now we'll take one example here. That is -1, 7, -2, 4. This is the one example. We can take here +2. Okay, see here how we can solve. -1 into 4. This is minus is our procedure, and then 7 into 2. So here it is -4, -14, and both have same sign. So we have to add it and give the sign what they have. So here it is 18, which is -18. Like this we can solve. Okay, we'll take one more sum here. That is 5, 3, -7, 0. 5, 3, -7, 0. Look here. Again 5 into 0 minus 3 into -7. So 5 zeros are 0, minus minus plus 3 sevens are 21. Here it is the example. Okay, we'll take one more example. That is 7 by 3 here, 5 by 3. Okay, 3 by 2 and half. 3 by 2 and half. See here friends. Again very simple. 7 upon 3 into half minus 5 by 3 into 3 by 2. What will you get here? Yes. And here, just give some concentration. We can divide this 3 to 3, cut. But wait and observe. Here, the denominators of both the terms, 3 to the 6, 3 to the 6. That means already they have same. So if we make these kinds of cancellation, then again we have to make the denominators are same. That is why just keep as it is. What you can get here? 7 on the 7, 3 to the 6, minus 5 is the 15 upon again 6. So the denominator will come 6 here just once only because they have same denominator, and here 7 minus 15. So 15 minus 7, 8, and give the greater number sign, that is minus upon 6, and make cancellation, that is by 2s are. 2 4s are and 2 3s are. This is the required answer. Understand, friends? Only here very important part is make the multiplication. Here it is very important. So first of all we have to multiply this one first and then that second part here. So friends, without forgetting, make this one every time. This is first and this will be second part. Okay friends, that is very important. Afterwards, so by using this one, we are going to solve some simultaneous equations, and that method is called as Cramer's rule. In further studies in 11th standard, 12th standard, that is here only by two order or degree, but in future in further studies there are by 3 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 2, all these procedures are there. So now in this year just try to give some concentration, try to understand this procedure. Okay, we'll take some examples. See friends, here now we have to solve the simultaneous equation by this Cramer's rule. But before that one, we are going to take some part here. That one is very important. Suppose here these are the a1x, b1y equal to 7. This is one equation. And after that a2x plus b2y, okay, is equal to c2. Here these are the two equations which are in neat and standard form. And always in this particular procedure, we have to arrange every equation in this form only. Okay? So how to solve that one? So first of all, we have to find d. And that d is nothing but a1, here it is a2, and this side b1, b2. This is d. D for determinant. Here it is dx, which is again determinant, but in the variable x here. Okay, now the next part is what? C1, C2, B1, B2. This is dx. And afterwards dy. And that one is nothing but A1, A2, C1, C2. But sometimes we can make some mistakes here. Exactly which coefficients we have to take at d and ds and dy, we cannot understand. For that reason, we are going to make some ideas to remember, or tricks we may say here. That one is very important. How can remember? See here. This is the first column. Okay. This is second column and this is third column. Just look here. Here it is B. Means what? We will take here A1, A2. Means here it is 1. B1, B2 will take here 2. And then C1, C2. This is 3. B1, B2. This is 2. Okay friends. And dy. This is 1. And then C1, C2, 3. So that means what you can understood here, this is now very important to remember. This is 12, 32 and 13. That means this is for, look here, this is for D, this is for dx, and this is for dy. So friends, this is very important part is what? D means 12, dx 32 and dy 13. Just remember this is d, dx and dy. So just try to remember 12, 32, 13. That is very important rule. So this is not a particular rule, but this is we made one trick to remember these kinds of examples. We will remember 12, 32, 13, then d, dx, dy. We can easily find the values of d, dx and dy. After getting d, dx and dy. So now we are going to applying Cramer's rule. So by Cramer's rule, what tells us Cramer's rules? So x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. Now just try to put the values of dx and d here. By cancellation, we'll find the value of x and similarly value of y. This is the procedure, which is one of the very easiest one. It is just different, but it is not difficult. So friends, whenever we'll get the example solved by Cramer's rule in exam, try to attempt first because you can get full marks for that. Okay friends? See here. This is the sum from practice set 1.3 here. Look here. 3x minus 4y equal to 10. 4x plus 3y equal to 5. Both these equations are in need form. Okay? First, that is only very important. Sometimes they can make some confusion. They can give 3y term first and 10 4x term next. So at that time we can make some mistakes here. So friends, try to observe it very carefully. Okay? Now both are in need form. Write in one by one. So 3x minus 4y equal to 10. Write this equation number 1. 4x plus 3y equal to 5. This is equation number 2. Now our usual procedure is what tells us 12, 32, 13. So right here, this is first column, second column, third column. Okay, that means we cannot make any kind of mistake here. So see first here D. D means 12. 12, what we can write here now? To write 12 means what? First and second column. So here we can write. So next we can write here 32 and then 13. Okay. So these kinds of ideas, tricks, try to remember to solve that one. So D, 1 means what? Here only write coefficients. That is 3, 4. 2 means what? Write minus 4 and 3. Whenever minus sign, don't forget to write. Okay. Now this side. This is D. Now write dx. Here it is, we have to write, yes, tell me now, 3. 3 means what? The third column, 10, 5. 2. 2 means what? Second column, minus 4, 3. Okay, friends? Now, afterwards, the last one, which is dy. Okay, first means 3, 4. And third means 10, 5. Okay? This is the procedure. Once you write all this one, next part is very simple. As we saw just previously, how to find the values of determinant. So, look here. How can you write here? 3 3s are 9, or you may write some in first sum. 3 3s are 9 minus 4 into 4. So, this is 9 minus plus. This is 4 for the 16. So, this is 25, which is D here. Okay, friends? Now, here it is. 10 3s are minus 4 into 5. So here 30 minus plus 4 5s are 20. This is 50, which is dx. Okay, so like this, d is equal to 25, dx equal to 50, and that side we can write here now 3 into 5 and 10 into 4. Okay, 3 5s are 15 minus 10 4s are how much? 40. So here 40 minus 15 minus 25. Which is dy. Once you write all this d, dx and dy, now we are going to apply Cramer's rule. That is very, very important. By applying Cramer's rule. So, what is that Cramer's rule here? This is very important one. Okay, remember, see here. Cramer's rule what tells us? X is equal to dx upon d. And y is equal to dy upon d. Now in this we have to put the values what we get at dx, d and dy d. Put here dx, which is 50 upon d 25. Tell me how much? It is 2. This is the value of x. And that side how much? Dy, that is minus 25. And d again 25 t. So here it is minus 1, which is y. Therefore x comma y is equal to 2 comma minus 1. This is the procedure to solve some simultaneous equations by Cramer's rule. Understood? Is there any mistake? Or is there any doubt to solve some examples by this method? Yes, if any doubt, just ask me. Okay friends, we'll take some different examples now. See here, this is one more example. Okay, see again, it is check whether this is in neat form or not. See here, 6x, 4y, 12, okay, 8x, 3y, 2. Yes, all these are in neat form. Write in one by one form. 6x minus 4y is equal to minus 12. Write this equation number 1. 8x minus 3y equal to minus 2. This is equation number 2. And we know as usual, 12, 32, 13. This is 1, 2, 3. 12, 32, 13 means what? 12, 32, 13. So that will be d, dx and dy. Okay friends, d, dx and dy. See here, d tell me now. 1. 1 means what? 6, 8. 2, minus 4, minus 3. dx, minus 12, minus 2. 2, minus 4, minus 3. Okay, look here. And what about 1, 6, 8 and 3, minus 12, minus 2. Once you write all these one, the next part becomes very much easy. See next part. What is that? 6 3s are minus 18, minus 8 4s are 32, but that should be minus. Means minus 18 plus 32. So subtract this 18 from 32. How much? That is 14, but plus 14. Okay, this is D. Now take the next one. This is what? 12 3s are 36. That is plus because both have same sign. Now minus and it is plus. 2 4s are 8. This is minus from that rule and here minus plus. 2 4s are 8. So tell me how much? 36 minus 8, which is 28. This is of dx. Okay. Now similarly here now 6 2s are 8, minus 12. This is minus and this one again minus. 12 8s are how much? 96. This is again minus. So minus 12 plus 96. So here we have to make some subtraction because both have different sign. So 96 minus 12 is 84 and give the greater number sign, that is plus. So these are the values d, dx and dy. Now the next procedure is what? By applying Cramer's rule. So by applying Cramer's rules. Okay, how to apply? It is our usual procedure. Just write x is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. Now just put the values. What is dx? 28, d 14. So it is 2 and that side. What about dy, which is 84, and what about d, that is 14. Okay, now just divide here. 14 ones are 14, I think 6 are. So this is y. So like this we can get x and y. Here these are the solution. Understand? Look how easy all these are. Okay, when you are solving this one by this method, you are very much taking most happy part for this one. Okay friends? Okay, this is one more sum. See here, again these two are in neat form, but just try to look here. Here the y has coefficient is fraction. Here also fraction. We can make multiply to both sides by 2. Okay, at that time we can remove that fraction part, but I will keep as it is. This is one different kind of example. Okay, see first here. Now both are in neat form. Write first 2x plus 3y equal to 2. This is equation number 1. Here it is x minus y by 2 is equal to half. This is equation number 2. Now this is first, second and third column. As we know, D for bara. Okay, so what about 1? That is 2 and here nothing. So here it is 1. 2, second column means 3 and here it is minus half. This is very important, remember. Okay, afterwards dx. Bara, after that 32. means we'll take here 2 and half. Second column 3 and minus half. Okay. Now afterwards dy. 12 32 13. Just remember this one. So one first column, that is 2 and here 1. Don't write this x here. Right? Only coefficient always. And third one, that is 2 and half. Finish. Now this next part becomes very much similar as we solved in previous sum. See first, 2 into this one minus 1. Yes, is it clear? 2 into half, that 2 getting cancelled, minus 1. So here 3 ones are 3, again minus from that rule. So here it is minus 4, which is D. This side, here we have to multiply, means minus 1. Here we have to multiply minus 3 by 2. So tell me how much? Here it is 2 ones are 2, minus 3 by 2. This is minus 5 by 2. This is dx. Okay? And afterwards here dy. So 2 getting cancelled, it is 1 only, minus 2. So here it is minus 1, which is dy. Like this we can find d, dx and dy. Now these values, after getting that one, apply Cramer's rule. So by applying Cramer's rule. So what is that Cramer's rule? X is equal to dx by d and y is equal to dy by d. Now put the value. What about dx, which is already fraction? Okay, keep as it is. What about d? Here it is minus 4. That means this 2 will come in denominator whenever like this one. So minus minus getting cancelled. 5 upon 2 comes in denominator, that is 2 into 4. This will come 5 upon 8. This is x. Okay. And that side, what about dy? That is minus 1. And what about d? Which is again minus 4. So both minus getting cancelled. Here it is 1 by 4. This is y. Like this we can find the solution. This is 5 upon 8 and 1 by 4. Understand, friends? Okay?
Hello students. Here these are the examples from practice set 1.3. Remaining examples. Okay? See here the first one, which is second example. Look here. This is 4x plus 3y minus 4 equal to 0. First of all, this one we are going to write in neat form. This is 4x plus 3y is equal to 4. And the next one is also not in neat form. So take that one in neat form, that is 6x, that minus 5y comes this side, plus 5y is equal to 8. Now they are in neat form. Here our trick 1, 2, 3. So d means 12, dx 32 and dy 13. In this form we'll write here their coefficients. Okay. Now 4 5s are 20, 6 3s are 18, and here subtraction. So here's 2, that is d is equal to 2. Similarly dx will get here minus 4 and dy, that is 8. Now by applying Cramer's rule, x equal to dx by d, which is minus 4 upon 2 equal to minus 2. Okay. So y is equal to dy by d, that is equal to 8 by 2 equal to 4. So the solution x comma y is minus 2, 4. Okay. We'll take the next one. Here the third sum, x plus 2y is equal to minus 1, and here 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. Again both these are in neat form, like 1, 2, 3. First, second, third column. So d 12, dx 32 and dy 13. Using this trick we'll get d means minus 7, dx means minus 21, dy equal to 14. So by again applying Cramer's rule, here we'll get x equal to 3, y equal to minus 2. So the solution is 3 minus 2. See here in this example, instead of every time x and y, here these are m and n. So don't afraid here. This is also okay, no problem. But only whenever you are at d, dx, dy, at that time write d, dm, dn. Like this change we have to make here. Okay. So these the given equation which are already in neat form. Write first d, which is 12 as usual, that is 8 minus 18, which is minus 10. Dm, that is 32. So here it is by multiplication, we get 108 minus this 28 6 that is 168. Here it is minus 60. Similarly, dn, that is 13. So here by cross multiplication we'll get 162 minus 112, that is 50. So here d means minus 10, dm minus 60, dn 50. So by applying Cramer's rule, m is equal to dm by d, which is minus 60 upon 10. So by simplification we'll get 6 here. And n, which is equal to dn by d, so it is 50 by minus 10. So here 50 upon 10, which is minus, so minus pi. So like this we'll get here 6 minus pi. This is mn, which is the solution. Understand, friends? So like this, similar sums you can solve, or some different examples by using like graphical method or any different method. So that examples you are going to solve by this Cramer's rule. So that means you can make perfect in this method. Okay friends, thank you.